What's happening, everyone? How's it going? Happy Saturday. Never know what day of the week it is. It kind of just go. Kind of just go. There's always wow. This past week it's been crazy. What hasn't it? This past week, so much decentralization, so much stuff going on. Yeah, I named the title of this. All you people with expectations, Richard Hart asked for this. Decentralization has its trade-offs, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I've been going back and forth a lot on Twitter. A lot of interesting things. I think, mostly good conversation. And yeah, it's pretty interesting how we're like decentralization, decentralization, and then Richard does decentralization. We're like, oh, that's I centralization, please, please, more centralization. Yeah, I know. There's a lot to do with this. Put your questions in the chat, and I will I will go through them. But I want to get through. I'm trying to think where to start with this. I guess we can start with the tweet I made yesterday. So it was what earlier in the day, and I checked Twitter, and I saw, wow, PulseX centralized now. Okay, that's something I talked about before, and I thought, okay, probably one. I thought we'd make some changes. And I thought there would be, but I guess I don't need to. That's the thing too. It's interesting about these IPFS apps where there's different versions, and something I hadn't considered a lot before is you can literally just change. You can just release a new version each time you want to make some major change. But I thought that was, I don't know. This again, having never launched an IPFS app myself, I wasn't fully aware of all the capabilities, what it could do, and it's pretty interesting. I was like, wow, even all the stuff that PulseX is. I mean, just there's pretty sure there's multiple smart contracts. You got the token, you got the two tokens, right? You have Ink and PulseX token. I thought that would be more complicated, but again, Rich has put all the resources into. I mean, again, it's pure speculation. I'm not for Richard, obviously. I'm not sitting on the dev team, but apparently, all the updates we've got have been them producing these decentralized apps and stuff. So let me say hi to the chat real quick. What's up, Red Squirrel? Usually first, if not top 5. Good to see you, man. What's up, DJ Bomber? How's it going? No Big Jeezy, no explanations. No expectations too. I'm not sure if you're saying that Richard doesn't owe us any explanations or to have expectations of him. If so, I agree with that. If not, feel free to clarify, and I'll try to get back around to it. What's up, Umberto? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Great on Earth, by the way. If you ever feel like annoyed or frustrated or otherwise, just zoom out for a minute and be like, "This is nice. I like this. This is good. This is good." We are a colorful bunch, but we get a lot of stuff done. Lots of stuff done. Ben says future-proofing the ecosystem. I agree. Again, a lot of trade-offs. People are like, I don't particularly get through it. I think I agree with Gold Key on this. He's definitely more vocal and more he says it in different ways, but for onboarding, if you can't see that having a random looking link and nobody understanding IPFS and not having a place for people to go and click these things isn't at least not better for onboarding. At least if you can't see that's the bar. I feel like a lot of people, maybe they recognize that it's not that good and they just say, okay, this doesn't matter. Understandable. But if you can't see it at all, then I'll speak for myself again, right? Like if I couldn't see that, I would say, wow, it makes sense. I'm probably super deep in the weeds. Like I understand all this stuff. I don't need that. I'm not thinking about other people, but there's a lot of people who barely know how to use a computer, and we want to onboard them into true DeFi. And it is harder to do with these changes, like clearly. Now, how much that matters is a different story, but it's clearly not easier to onboard. So there's a lot to go in that. Anyways, what's up, Duke? Good to see you. Good to see you. We lag if you browse too fast while streaming. You need an internet boost. Well, New World Disorder. One day, maybe I will have the best internet in the world. Maybe one day. Until then, I give you what I got until then. But yeah, my internet, it's gotten a lot better than it used to be. You watched my first 3 streams or so, it is hard. It was hard. It's super, super lag. A lot better now. You're lagging? Cool. Absolutely nothing I can do about it, so hopefully it's not too bad. I turned on a new mic feature that's reduces background noise, so let me know if the microphone's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect, but let me know if it sounds wildly different than it should. Alan, what's happening, man? Who's belly down? Let me at him. Yeah, it's complicated, Alan. It's complicated. A lot of. That's the thing. I hope, if nothing else, I hope to bring this value to everyone. These are complicated things that aren't clearly yell one direction, and like there's no clear right or wrong in a lot of this stuff. And I hope to bring that nuance to everything. But I try to separate what I believe. Of course, I tell you what I believe, and I tell you what I think is better or worse. But recognizing that everything is trade-offs. There's no wrong. There are only trade-offs. That's what I hope to the table. PulseChain.com, hex.com. Save yourself. Yes, never know PulseChain. Good attitude to have, Spider. I get annoyed and frustrated sometimes, but it doesn't last very long because I know the bigger picture, right? Blobfish King, good day. Good day as well to you. Rename the links. What would you like me to name them to? Let me put this on screen while we're going through this so you can see. What would you prefer they are named, Raz? Which amazing domain that's still available can I get that isn't these clear, concise, as much as possible ones? Tell me a better one that's available, and you never know, I might go snatch it. But sorry that and all these other ones, but I kind of got to do it quickly too, because again, I'm trying to register domains, and I'm thinking maybe other people are trying to do it too. So it's kind of a race, which is a funny little thing on it too. Could be hidden, however, it's best to see it so we know it. Talk about the URL, the IPFS URL. It is not looking good. And let me go to his tweet, because funny enough, he reminded me how it looks on mobile, at least. I know on browser it looks the same, but on mobile I was like, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, shout out Funny Jim. I love Funny Jim. He's awesome. But I assume he posted this to be like, okay, it's easy. What's the big deal? 2 clicks. And I look at this and I'm like, what is KPMEHY? Like, who is putting $1 million in the PulseChain seeing that? Who is like, it's like, oh, hey, somebody's trying to onboard their millionaire buddy or business group or whatever. And they're like, oh, just go to, or even they don't send them this URL. They just tell them to go to, PulseChain.com or app.pulsex.com, whatever. And they click on the, like, oh, IPFS, whatever. And they click on the link and they see this. I don't think I would put dollars into that. I guess I would now, but even me, like, even knowing that obviously this is safe, like all this, it's the one that's from the official site that's listed there. It's the safe one. Even me, I feel like I would have a little bit more anxiety committing to that versus if it said app.pulsex.com. Obvious, like which one you're going to double take on. So anyway, shout out to Fun. I had a whole thread. Or no, I didn't have a thread on this one. Which one? Oh, I had this one. That's what I said on this one. I said hex and see 2 clicks, everyone else. What is this? Do not like, do not want. Rename the links better for onboarding. Yeah, if you want to clarify. Oh, okay. You said I really don't know how to rename them. Yeah, I understand. I've had some comments where they're like, do this different thing, they would be better. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that different thing. What is the better? I'm a little bit, everyone listening right now, legitimately, if you have a better way than doing an iframe for these sites, let me know, because I can't think of a better way. Just be like, let's go to the links real quick. Let's just go to the hex one. I don't know of a better way than go like just making the browser say that. I could be missing something. I went through a couple different options on it. I think of a better, more straightforward way for the best bang for buck than to just have a URL that looks like this instead of a URL that looks like this. Let me know. Let me know. And if you don't know, consider that as well. Maybe this is maybe there are no good options. There's only less bad options, that kind of thing. Well, as an AI project PulseChain, sure there will be. AI is pretty crazy. Not going away for sure. Maybe it's the mic. Okay. Let me turn off that feature. I mean, I don't think the mic is causing the lag. I'm going to turn off that feature though. Any difference? I just turned it off. It's in there. Very funny. You would have swear I like the local option on the internet. Yeah. The thing about that is nobody understands how to do that except the 1% of people who do. That's the thing. I, as a computer nerd guy, love that I can, I mean, honestly, I don't really use it either. I just use IPFS stuff because it's way easier. But I think it's cool that we have the EXEs. Definitely cool. Definitely want them to be there. But do I use them day to day? No. Why would I? I like using a web browser for crypto. So why would I do another app? Yeah, of course it goes up in your web browser, but I still have to run another app. So it's still another thing. To me, that's just like a backup thing. Alan says this is a great IQ test if you want to use DeFi, be part of it. Yeah, the problem with, I mean, I agree that, yeah, the people are going to be saved are going to be saved. But at the same time, there's plenty of people who are just, they could be onboarded. It's with everything, right? Like they could be onboarded if they didn't give up after not having, being able to do it quickly and easily. And there being some friction points, right? So what's up, Suzy Q? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what, Raz, this is an interesting point. I've thought about this too. I'm like, okay, are the other PulseChain, what is going to be the next PulseChain project to decentralize their app? I guess they got, a lot of them got to launch first, of course, but is anyone else going to do this? My initial answer is no. Why would they? There's no sense of urgency for them because there's no, case and stuff going on where, I mean, this is clearly like Richard being like, you don't need me. Let me tell you a million more times in a million different more ways. You do not need me. This network works fine without me, all this stuff. So to your point, the things that don't have, these friction points, such as landing page instead of actual app, the extra click, and then therefore extra click equals this other URL that doesn't look like, everything in my body is telling me not to trust this URL because I've been trying not to, which normally works because most of the stuff that looks like this is garbage. But this just happens not to be the one. Kind of sounds like Hex, right? Your scam detector goes off, 38% APY. It can't be true, can it? And then this is like the actual product that is legit. So yeah, it's funny that the ones that have normal URLs, like send people to Piteous, or is it Piteous or Piteous? I don't know, one of those. Or send them to any other site, Fux or Power City and stuff. Yeah, they'll probably be going to those websites anyways. That's a good. Somebody raised that point as well. Somebody raised the point that they don't even go to. They don't even go to the main websites anyways. They just go to the aggregators or otherwise. Which, I mean, you gotta go to this for validators and stuff though. You gotta go to Launchpad. I say that, but do you have to go to Launchpad? Okay, to do deposits you have to. Everything else you kind of do on your own. You just have to make your deposits here. So Yeah, I just don't know how to pronounce it. Piteus. I hear people say Piteus, but I feel like Piteus sounds more legit. Sounds more Latin. I feel like they were going for that rather than Piteous sounds like pitiful, which I don't imagine you would choose that for branding wise. And they're not pitiful. They're awesome. Awesome aggregator. That's what everyone uses these days. So please everyone keep the shilling to a minimum in the chat. This is the app. Yeah, that's a question too. Are there any other front ends that need decentralized? I kind of forgot about Launchpad. I was thinking PulseX. I thought these were the major three. The Go Hex app, the Bridge app, and then PulseX. I forgot about Launchpad. Is there anything else that you interact with a smart contract on PulseChain that is an RH run thing? I can't think of any. I feel like I don't even know how to think about it other than this is like the funny, hard thing to think about because we already know those. I'm trying to think. To be a validator, you get a Launchpad. To trade on PulseX, you get a PulseX. To bridge stuff over, you go to the bridge. And to use Hex, you go to Hex. So is there anything else? RH products that are front ends? Can't think of any. So let's cover, again, if you just, you haven't looked at Twitter in the last 24 hours, let's start. So let's go to app.pulsex.com. Now, again, if you haven't seen this already, this looks a little different. It used to be the front end. App.pulsex.com used to be where you would go to the premier DEX on PulseChain. You would go to use PulseX, make trades, farming, liquidity, all that stuff. Now it's been decentralized. So this is the hash on the IPFS system. You can also download these, run the apps on you can run the PulseX app on your desktop. There's community sites here. If you want to go to IPFS, you just click one of these links. DWeb is one of them. So this is how you get to it. Again, it gives you the URL. Connect your wallet. Just going to connect mine just for demonstration purposes. And there we go. Connected. So if you go to gopulsexapp.com, whoa, they start doing this? Interesting. Did they start trying to block this? Wow. Did somebody, oh my gosh, did somebody report this as deceptive? You got to be kidding me. Yes, I want to report a detection problem, but also, I bet somebody did that. All right, whatever. That's strange. Just click, ignore the risk. This isn't deceptive site. All right, apparently we're submitting it here. Oh man, they started doing this. Bicycles. You guys get to watch me click captchas. All right, could everyone go there and do this? Can you click on, is it going to let me go through? See details, ignore the risk. Okay, there we go. This is a deceptive site. Okay. We made it through. All right. So you go to the site. Again, it's not deceptive, and I'll show you exactly why. Click View Page Source. The only thing this site does, just like gohexapp.com, just like goplsbridge.com and the rest of them, all this does, 21 lines of code. It could literally just be 20 lines of code pretty much. The only line of code that does anything is this link. It makes an iframe. Iframe just basically puts a website within a website. It gives you a view or a gateway, that type of stuff, to this link. So you check the URLs. This is Baffy or to you. We go to this one, Baffy or to you. We see it's the same one, just like you would an ETH address or anything else, Pulse address, MetaMask, all that stuff. And that's it. That's the code. It doesn't do anything else. It just gives you a nice looking URL, and you don't have to go to the landing page. That's it. Go connect wallet, MetaMask, boom, done. That's PulseX. That's PulseX. Now let's go to Launch PLS. This is the Launchpad. So normally, let me drop, do I have a link to this so I can report it? Let's see if I go back. Yeah, I'm going to drop this link. Can you all go here and report this as not? Because apparently somebody did that. So it needs like, 10x more people. 10x more people reporting that it's not. Yeah, just go to gopulsexapp.com. Click on it. If you do get something like that, then report it as not bad. So let's go to launchpad.pulsechain.com. So this used to be different. This used to be you see the Launchpad. It's where you make your validated deposits, where you look at different stats and get information on how to join the network and all that. Become your own PulseChain validator. Now it's a bunch of links, and you can run the Launchpad from your desktop. Just click the links here, and you can download it, run the exe, whatever it is, or click on the DWeb link, which gives the hash. So the DWeb link, if you just copy it, you can see that here's the hash. You compare this hash, R7, with the one on the website, R7, and you can see that when you click it, that'll go to the place and give you this. So it's kind of it redirects to this one. And you can also compare, and there's nothing to compare with this one other than this is the link to it. You can see here's the website, works exactly as it did before, make your deposits, do all the stuff. And again, if you want to go to the shortcut, if you want to go to the launchpls.com, you can click on that. Exactly the same. I can show you how it is exactly the same. So if you go to view page source, again, 21 lines of code. The only one that matters is the iframe, which just gives you a view. You put the website in a website. It gives you a view. The whole reason for doing this is to give a nicer looking URL than this one. So nicer looking URL for onboarding. Otherwise, you compare. We got Baffy, JTHY. We look at the one here, Baffy, JTHY. Again, you can see it's legit. Nothing malicious going on. It's literally just iframing that website, putting it here, and you got launchpls.com. And you can interact with it just the same as you would anything else. So that is Launch PLS. So let me get to chat here. X a couple of these off so I don't have to look at them. Go back to the main one here. And again, there's a bunch of different ways you can verify this. That's why I put these hashes here. So if you go to the hashes, I did this on stream the other day, and I posted, just do this. Go to Code Beautify. I'll just do the example. I did this. What? Did it not go to the full thing? Okay, codebeautify.org. Just type in SHA-256 hash generator. And then so let's look at the code for Launchpad. So you just take this, Launch PLS, you copy and paste it. Don't use any spaces or nothing like that. Copy and paste the code, put it into here. You get a hash. This is the hash of the data to see if the website has changed or not. 6E9, D87, 6E9, D87. So that's one way you can tell if the website has changed or otherwise, like something malicious is going on or otherwise. It'll only change when I upgrade the link, when they upgrade the apps. So it will change over time, but I imagine I'll put out tweets and otherwise with these hashes and give you the latest ones when it happens. No promises, no expectations, but that's like one way you can see if you're going to, is this a legit code on the website? Just view source, copy paste the code, get the hash, compare the hash to, again, the official data source, which would be my Twitter here. So that's one way just to verify you're going to the correct site. And the website hasn't changed. Unless, of course, there's a new app, which has a new link, which it will change. And I've been keeping it updated here. So you can check the website hash. You can check the code itself. Does it look clean or obfuscated? You can see this is completely clean. You can see everything going on. It sets a title. It does some CSS, a little bit of like formatting and all that. And then it literally just gives you a view into the website. That's it. Again, check the IPFS hash, browser, make sure you got a secure site, click on the little green thing, make sure it's got a, not telling you, do not go here, all that stuff. Other than if Chrome, apparently if somebody flags it as malicious, then now we got to do 10 people flagging it not malicious, but you probably turn that feature off too in Chrome if it really bothered things. Or again, you can get through it. You just, as I showed earlier, just click ignore because obviously it's incorrect. Again, use a burner wallet. If you're really afraid, if you want to use a new website and you're afraid it's malicious or whatever, don't use your main wallet. Use a burner wallet, make a test transaction, see if money gets stolen. Does it go through or get stolen? If it goes through, then that's one sign it's legit. Copy and paste the web code. If you can't read code, you're not sure about it, copy and paste in ChatGPT. Say, ChatGPT, tell me exactly how this thing works. Is it malicious? Check it for whatever. And then VirusTotal. This is the thing nobody knows about. Nobody goes to this website. I feel like I'm the only person to ever mention this. VirusTotal is awesome. I'll do it right here. Let's see if anyone reported it. Go PulseX.com. It will check and see if any antivirus or otherwise have reported it as being malicious. And it's got like a whole bunch of different AVs and stuff in the background. It's like basically like a cloud AV system where it has a bunch of stuff in the back end, takes a URL, takes a file, whatever you want to give it, and reports. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe. I bet somebody reported on Google or something. And then these guys, they probably just use what Google's using. So let's see, 5. So 5 vendors flagged it as malicious. And it's not. It's clearly not. It's not a phishing website. It's not malicious. I wonder if they did the other ones. So let's do the other ones. Let's do gohexapp.com. Yeah, nothing on this one. 0. So nobody reported that one, thankfully. Because it's not true, obviously. I just showed you the code. I showed you the hashes. I'm totally aligned to only do good things for this ecosystem as far as that stuff goes. So anyways, I don't need to, what is it? Go PLS bridge. Can't remember the URLs half the time. Yeah, go PLS bridge, totally good. And then launch PLS. If you're wondering why I didn't do like go launch pad PLS or go something, I was like launch PLS, launch pad, same amount of characters. Why not do that? It's short. I want to keep it short, concise. So it's evaluating launchpls.com right now. Cool. Nobody reported. Apparently, only somebody reported the Go PulseX one. And again, just if you go to it and it says that incorrect, unclick it. It'll be fine. The world says try any of the website. It didn't deny the other one. It works fine with this. Just somebody literally reported the domain as malicious or phishing, which obviously not true. Again, look at the code. View page source, look at the code. Is there anything malicious or phishing about this? No, absolutely not. Somebody just reported it incorrectly, I guess. So again, go to gopulsexapp.com. Put it in here again, gopulsexapp.com. And go, if it says report malicious or whatever, then click incorrect, say why, submit it. Maybe if they get 10 to 1 people saying it's okay, then they'll remove it and other people won't have problems with it. So go to the chat. Fast. It's not fast. I'm starting to have expectations. Help me. You know not to do that fast. You know not to do that. BTFD. Nice name. Can you explain some of the difference between those links to download the Windows file? I was kind of confused on what the other ones were. Oh, the files themselves. Yeah, they're just, so Windows ARM, you're gonna have exes. Mac, you're gonna have, it's got a script, basically. You run the script. Mac's a lot like Linux, so you're gonna run a script on Mac. I don't know about Linux, I haven't tried it yet. It's probably a script or a binary that you run. Same with Linux ARM. And then checksums, you check those as well to make sure that they match the files and all that stuff. Another security thing you can do. Yeah, dweb link's fine. Didn't report that. It was just a site. Because there are malicious sites that use iframes. So it's not surprising. I don't know. I feel like there's no legitimate reason for that to happen, but that's fine. We'll get through this. Again, with your help, go in there, and if it gives you that kind of thing, then go say it's not true, because it's not. Iframes, I know. Everyone from the 90s know what iframes are. I know what they were. I mean, being security, I've came across them, different attacks and defenses and stuff. And of course, growing up and coding back then, or at least a long time ago, come across iframes. Literally, I don't know. Tell me better. Can anyone tell me a better way to solve this? Again, my whole goal is to do onboarding, make this better for onboarding, right? 2 friction points. Let me pull it up. I have a tweet on this somewhere. I mean, I'm doing everything I can think of to make this, as easy experience as possible. So let me see. I thought I retweeted it. Yeah, here we go. So if I were to imagine a new onboards experience with 2 biggest friction points, clicks on the official link site, doesn't know what to do. Yeah, like what is, go here, what is this? And again, this is not to criticize the work done by RH, the devs, whoever's doing all this stuff. Obviously, awesome. Totally agree with this direction. Decentralization, to me, is the obvious. Even though this is a ruthless approach, it gives away a lot of onboarding stuff we had, all that. I'm totally okay with this direction. That's why, but we got to acknowledge there are trade-offs. There are things that need to be better. That the community, if the devs aren't going to, there's a lot of things. I've said this. I was tweeting about this, talking about this too, where nobody needs to know all this stuff. All this landing. If I were going to make this landing page, I would just make it. Here's the link. Click go to enter PulseX.com. Click go to enter the PulseX DApp. One big box. Click go to enter, or just automatically forward it. Go to app.pulsex.com. It does it does maybe not iframe. It could do anything. It just gets you there. And then if you're a nerd or you want to see more options, advanced tab, whatever, maybe there's an advanced tab on here. Then it says, oh, here's these 3 links that are about IPFS, and here's how you can learn more about IPFS. And oh, would you like to download it for your desktop? Here's the links for your desktop. Nobody needs to see all this stuff. Like the new user is only going to be confused by all this. They're only going to be confused. So will this change? And it'd be just a really simple interface with like one link and then another thing you can click on to see all this stuff? I hope so. I totally think it's possible, but it's not like that today. So that's why, I'm opining on that. So very confusing. Again, even if they do this, hard to do. And then the crazy URL. And then they go there and then they get to this and they're like, wow, am I going to trust this with my $1 million? Am I going to connect my wallet to something that looks like this? it's obvious they're going to take a second to evaluate and be like, am I sure this is okay? Compared to if it said app.pulsex.com, which everything else in the world says. I get we're different, and I get that's a good thing. I'm in. But pretending like this couldn't be better and it shouldn't be better. I'm not down for that. So that's the two things. That's the two friction points, and it could be solved. Again, like I said, make this one page. What I would do, again, you can do it. Anyway, devs can do whatever they want. What I would do, make this one page, make a link, go to the app, make it one of these links, pick one, and just update it from time to time. And then have a little tab that says more information or advanced or nerd out right here. Click that, and it gives you this page. But this thing's like a day old, right? Like they're probably going to do stuff like that, but it's not like that today. So it's not like that today. We got to go PulseX app. We got the other ones. Godfather J6, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Are those links on RHX account? Are those links? Are you talking about? Did he tweet these links? Did he tweet these? He hasn't yet. You never know. Maybe he'll put them down here. Maybe he'll be at community sites. Put it down there. Who knows? I don't expect him to, but they work. I use them. They work. I talk about exactly how they work. I talk about how not to track people and anonymize. Not just be this big hole for collecting data from people. I talk about how to turn all that stuff off on GitHub too. How to anonymize stuff. I'm here to have utility. Trying to do that best I can. Cannot see the URL on your screen. Yeah, I've tried to paste a couple times, and I don't know if you are seeing my messages on the links, but it keeps saying it's not working on my end. So I know it's probably a little small on your end. You should be able to see the tabs in this part though, but it's probably small. Grateful you have this time to do this. Yeah, thank you, Duke. Thank you. It does take time, effort, money. I have to buy the domains. I have to secure the domains, secure the website. I have to write the code. I have to use ChatGPT to help me do stuff. So I'm actually working on something. I'll be on the graphics show tomorrow, cryptographics, talking about this stuff too. And by that time, I might have another website, which even makes all this stuff, kind of puts everything together. You never know. I'm going to work on it and see. I don't have a lot of time. I use what time I do to stream and, again, write code and tweet, interesting tweets, interesting X posts, all that type of stuff. But yes, appreciate that, Duke. Thank you. Hexagon Hill. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. If the code is ever altered, that is true. I think I covered that, right? I said that once I update the links, so like just recently, go Pulse Bridge. Did I put it in here? Yeah, so right here, updated site. So as soon as PulseX, the next version came out, I updated the hash. So I don't know what else to, and that's best I can do, right? But yes, that is known. Thank you, SMS Spider. Appreciate that. I try to bring you perspective, nuance, objective understanding of how this stuff works, trade-offs, and what I think about it. Good advice, Cheeseburger. Yeah. Yep. If you're unsure about a new DApp, you can have a little bit of coins in a wallet you don't care about and use that instead of your retirement wallet. Or, of course, if it's your retirement wallet, should be ideally you'd have a lot more protections, hardware wallet, and all this stuff. But not your good wallet, your disposable wallet, I guess, burner wallet. Let's see. Just going down chat. Done them all in about 2 works well. Cool, man. It's good to know, David. Shout out for using Linux. It's like walking down the nice clean street in crypto instead of walking down the dirty muggable street, which is Windows. Type in RHMax Windows security. You'll see me give you some nuance for that. Thank you, TS Pedro. Appreciate that. David says, think you underestimate, but not big a deal. I don't know, man. I talk to people sometimes, and I tell them go to this link, and they're confused by links sometimes. They literally only know how to use Amazon app on their phone and like maybe eBay. So I don't think. I mean, one way of looking at it is underestimating people, and the other part is removing underestimation from the equation. So if you can make it as frictionless as possible, make it one click, make it, remove anything that could be friction. You don't have to worry about underestimating people. If they're too smart, they're too smart. And if they're not too smart, you help them. So I try to optimize towards removing underestimation from the equation altogether. I get your point. I just, like I said, I'm trying to onboard. I'm trying to onboard everyone, regardless of their ability. And it's not even they can't figure it out. That's the point too. It's like, oh, eventually they'll figure it out if they want it bad enough. I don't think they want it bad enough. I don't think most people want it bad enough, but I still want to onboard them. It's like, learning to do anything that's you don't know how to do. Everything is hard at first, but I'd rather give them the least amount of friction so they don't give up and go click on some other thing and go get in some other community. I'd rather them click on us. What's up, Lead Hexer? Welcome. What's the main difference between the 3 IPFS links? Good question. Nothing. They're just three different IPFS platforms, networks. I'm not sure actually. Let's Google real quick. DWeb versus shut up, all this stuff. NFT storage versus what the other one? Web3 IPFS. Are they just different domains? I don't know. I didn't bother looking up because it's not important for using it, but you kind of piqued my curiosity now. Apparently NFT storage sounds like they're trying to be for NFT stuff. IPFS, or they're different. I don't know. It's just any NFT source, free source for NFTs, free decentralized bandwidth for NFTs on IPFS and Filecoin. Yeah, so IPFS how do you explain this? IPFS is the network, and then you have different domains. Let's see if that should be, because aren't they all the same? Let's see. Aren't they all the same hash? They're all the same hash, and they all point to the same deal. So these are just pointing to DWeb too anyways. You click on them. Let's see. NFT storage link. Yeah, it's just a redirect. I don't know why there's 3 different links in case DWeb goes down or something, but the other ones point to DWeb. So I don't know. They all point to DWeb. I think they're just first paragraph. No, that's just talking about web storage. I think they're just different. It's not Web3. It's W3S. Public gateway checker. Oh, cool. Again, none of this stuff is relevant for anybody. It's just this is like technical nerd stuff. Yeah, these are gateways. So you got dweb.link, W3S, and then where's the NFT? Is it listed here? Let's see NFT storage. Oh, there it is. NFT storage.link. That's funny how the other ones aren't pointing to the NFT storage. They're pointing to the web one. Yeah, it's contains gateways operated by various parties. Yeah, so they're just different gateways to the IPFS system. Cool. Yeah, like I said on here, there are differences. They could be pointing to different ones, but for here, these are all pointing to the same DWeb one. I just clicked on them. So again, it doesn't really matter, but that's what it looks like. What's up, Frosty Dog? Just gonna start over. Sounds like you're in hashtag replay gang if you're up for it. Hershey, give it to ban someone like Alex, let him host the front ends. Yeah, Gold Key was talking about that too, about RH should give up the domains, give them to the community, and let us run them. I don't know. I try not to. I don't know. Part of me could see that, but then part of me, I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. It'll be it won't just be like, hey, Alex, here's the stuff, or like, hey, other trusted person in the community, here's the stuff. I think it'll be different than that. It'll be some sort of very professional way of doing it if it happens, if and when it happens. So, Josh, thank you. Appreciate that, Josh. Again, trying to have utility with the time and energy and brain power I have, trying to have utility. RTM 12, hey brother, I'm unable to open PLS bridge on my phone. I don't know. I don't have any suggestions. I don't know why wouldn't be working for you. I know I don't use crypto on my phone, so sorry, I'm not a great person to help you on that. John Fabo point about store content multiple servers instead of centralized server. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are different gateways, different servers and stuff around, sounds like, but the one with PulseX at least, and all the other ones I've seen, they all just point to DWeb. So I don't know if that's I don't know if that's for a reason or not. Yeah, IPFS is torrent. Yeah, torrent, and the servers are just people hosting it, I guess you could say. Yep. Alex has a front end that works already though. Oh, you're talking about app.co.pro? Yes, he does. It's a great one. In some cases, dynamic storage media blockchain use the NFT storage. Yeah. That sounds about right. I think that's all I got. Anyone else? I went through everything. Again, if you go to gopulsexapp.com and it gives you the Chrome browser thing, just report it or whatever, because it's not obviously not malicious. Hopefully that goes away. Any other questions on why, the benefits, trade-offs, how it works? I feel like this is as simple as it could possibly be as far as code goes and how it works. Okari, test removing VT liquidity. I'm not going to do that on the stream. You said PulseX has been trying to remove liquidity, nothing worth being traded. Interesting. I would go to, didn't they make a support site? Maybe that was for the bridge or support Telegram channel, like an official one. I would just go to Pulse Dev. Have you talked about this in Pulse Dev? Go to the Pulse Dev Telegram channel. Yeah, check that. Decentralization. Shout out to Gamma. How's it going, man? When will PulseX reach a penny? I do not know. But if and when it ever does, it will be a glorious day. If it reaches, I had a tweet on this recently, actually. If it had a video. Yeah. All right. I'm on the main post. Click the freaking this one. No, I haven't seen that. Fake DeFi 0. Richard Hart, 100% clear winner. Where is my PulseX video? Yeah. So I took the all-time low. And if it does a 10,000x from the all-time low, shake just under 9 cents for 10,000x. So a penny, less than 10,000x. But if you do 10,000x, you're looking at around 9 cents. Whew, wouldn't that be a day? Wouldn't that be a day? All links on your Twitter? Yes, they are. They are on the Twitter, as I've been showing. And they may be on another website soon. So check that out. Maybe it'll be done tomorrow. Maybe it won't. No expectations of the work of others. Armando, appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you too. That's what we got to do. We're in the community. I don't know. Again, speak for myself here. I try to have utility. I try to do stuff that help people and talk about interesting things and give mostly try to give an objective view of what's going on. Whether you agree with it or not, totally up to you. I see a lot of things I don't agree with. However, I appreciate seeing other perspectives because it either makes me think, oh, well, they're definitely wrong, or they have a point. I should consider that. So that's my style. Not the Hopium channel, but the Hope channel. How about that? Will be we were the become the best version of yourself in DeFi channel, technically, but I'd rather have Hope channel over the Hopium channel. Give me that. So anyway, that's all we got for you. Again, tomorrow around 4:30 Eastern, sounds like I'll be on Cryptographics channel, and we'll be talking about all this stuff too, all decentralization, how the stuff works. So catch me there, and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Scivive and 5555.